If you've been ever part of the Lego community, then you've probably heard of the website called Bricklink. It is the biggest third-party market for selling sets and also pieces, and it has actually become so big that the Lego company has actually decided to buy it. And of course, when you have a database that has like over 100,000 different types of items, then you're going to need a search bar to search specific parts of effectively. And today I'm going to focus specifically on the second item, the basic individual pieces. And of course, because there's so many different pieces, you'll expect that the search bar will be able to narrow down your type of results, even if you don't know the exact name of the piece you're searching for. Now, in theory, that may be the case, but let's see how that happens in actual practice with a few examples. Now, first piece, super easy. It's just, you can see there's 2 studs by 4 studs, so it's a 2 by 4, and it's also 3 plates high, so it's a brick. So you just search up 2 by 4 brick, and then obviously that'll be your first result. So that's kind of how the search engine will make you want to think it worked all the time. But as the pieces get more progressively complicated, so does trying to search for it. Now, how do you search for this piece? So obviously it's still a brick, and there's also studs on all sides. So let's try to search that out. Oh, well, nope, obviously it's wrong. So how about say stud, there is a stud on all 4 sides? Well, nope, obviously that's wrong again. And finally, if we type in this exact phrase, studs on 4 sides, then we can finally get to this piece. And as you can see, this kind of raises a problem because for like basically any other search engine, such as like Google, if you type something wrong or type something differently, you'll still get the general results. But for Bricklink, you have to type the exact correct phrase in order to get the actual results, or else you would just get random pieces that have no relation. Like basically one letter could just screw up your whole search. But of course, there's still a saving grace, which is that most of these pieces are fairly common. So you can still search for that set that you've probably seen that piece come in, and then go to the part list and try to find that piece. That's actually a strategy that I use most of the time because the search engine is so useless. And this brings us to our final frontier. What happens if you don't know the exact name of that piece and you also don't know which set it came in? This exact situation happened to me when I was watching a YouTube video. So he was just building this chair, right? And I saw this piece and I've never seen it before. And I was like, oh, that was a very interesting piece and I wanted to use it in future mocks, right? But then I had to find out what type of piece it is so I could go online and try and get it. So the really only substantial thing that you can go off of is that it has 3 kind of bars going off of it. So first I search up the number 3, and obviously the keyword is too short. So then I search up 3 bar. And there were 80 results, and I went through all of them, and it still wasn't there. So at this point, I was basically at a dead end. You couldn't find the piece through a name, and you didn't know what type of sets it came in. So I went to my last resort and commented on that video. And finally, at long last, they were able to figure out the set that the piece was in, and I was able to go through the parts list and actually finally find it. So when I finally got to actually look at the name of the piece, I just thought it was kind of stupid. First of all, I don't know why this is classified as a weapon, but it definitely does not look like one. And second of all, why is it called an arm when it's clearly like a bar? Like all of the other pieces with this type of connection, it's called a bar. So I don't know why they would just go and change the name. You know, it doesn't really seem kind of consistent. So in conclusion, the current search engine in Bricklink just feels that it's not used to its full potential, which leads to basically many people going to very obscure or worse methods trying to find that specific one piece that should have just been found by that search engine in the first place. So if the company were to change anything, I think this would be it. It would just be a small quality of life thing, but I think it would be very beneficial for a lot of people. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.